Good morning, Seminole Ridge. I'm Riley Sullivan. Today is Monday, April 6th, and you're watching Hawk Headlines. As of yesterday morning, the coronavirus death toll across the globe has exceeded 66,000, with the United States just crossing 9,000 deaths. President Trump has stated that the U.S. may soon face its toughest week in the fight against this pandemic. In other news, Trump as well as members of the White House task force have expressed their growing optimism for a number of treatment options for the novel coronavirus. As of last week, the FDA has given doctors the go-ahead under an emergency use authorization to use a drug treatment originally used for illnesses such as malaria. In more local news, the city of West Palm Beach has created a program that would aid smaller businesses during this time of crisis. They are offering short-term loans of $5,000 to $10,000. The city hopes this may aid in helping to keep these small businesses afloat. Today's trivia question is, Dopey is the only one of the Snow White 7 dwarfs to not have what? We'll have the answer later in the show. Early last month, students from TV Production Academy traveled to Washington, D.C. to compete in the biggest convention for TV students in the nation, only to get sent home 2 days later. Hawk Headlines reporter Emily Carbocci tells us more about how these students were feeling in the midst of heartbreak.
Television production students from all over the nation have spent the entire school year preparing for the Student Television Network National Convention. As thousands of students arrive in Washington, D.C., they begin preparing for the competition ahead of them.
We've been preparing since November, and we started heavily in January. It was a week Crazy 8, a week individual. A week Crazy 8, a week individual, a week Crazy 8 till last week.
Many students walked into the convention center with a fire in their eyes. However, with the coronavirus outbreak on the rise, the D.C. Department of Health painstakingly declared all conventions and meetings canceled.
Nobody wanted to cancel it, but due to the health concerns, they felt that they needed to for the safety of the kids and the advisors.
Many students said they were devastated. However, for seniors, this would have been the last chance they would ever get to compete.
This is everything. I've been working at this for 4 years, and just to have it taken away, it's so surreal.
As the heartache dulls, many students and advisors begin wondering what will happen next.
Possibly doing it remotely down the road. I don't know how that would happen, but honestly, it's a very fluid situation, and they're just trying to handle it moment by moment at this time.
Now that all students have arrived at home safely, we hope to see what STN has in store for us after the dust settles. For WSRH Extra, I'm Emily Carbocci.
All students have been invited to a Google Classroom for their particular class by the SRHS Counseling Department. This is the best way for students to receive important updates regarding academic and mental health resources. All juniors should check their College Board account for their most recent SAT score from the March 4th school day test. Testing resources can be found on the School Counseling Department page of the Seminole Ridge website under the Testing Information tab. Tomorrow, April 7th, and Thursday, April 9th, are your final opportunities to receive a laptop or device utilized for distance learning. An appointment is required in order to receive a device. Please call your region office to schedule an appointment and receive a pickup location. Last Saturday was Librarian Appreciation Day. Thank you to Mrs. Weber and Mrs. Vento for all the work you put into making our media center an inviting place stocked with excellent books to read. The answer to today's trivia question, Dopey is the only one of Snow White's dwarfs to not have what? Is a beard. If you have TikTok, you definitely know what this next treat is. Let's take a look at what some students are making this Monday. for today's episode of Hawk Headlines. I'm Riley Sullivan. Don't forget to follow us and send submissions to us at Seminole Ridge TV on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Have a great day, Hawks!